Yes.
You're obsessed with what?
The new designer for Gucci.
Oh, I was just going to say that
I knew
myself.
you are as well.
Summer is officially here, yet not enough people are taking a proper break, so... Medic!
I'm just so not used to doing an intro with you. Glamour's editor-in-chief Cindi Leive is here with tips to unplug and enjoy your vacation. This is coming at the perfect time.
I know, for all of us. And I think one of the counterintuitive things is we think, you know, vacation is one of the great pleasures in life, of course. However, most of us are not very good at it. And it's partly because in this country we just don't get that much vacation.
Right. The problem is it takes a few days to unwind, and then it's time to go home.
Exactly.
We have a work ethic that makes us almost not give in to
You feel guilty if you actually enjoy your vacation.
Give us some tips.
Okay, number one tip, take it. We did a survey of 1,000 women, and 52% of them do not take all of their vacation days. This is like turning down free money. You have to take your vacation days.
You hear that?
I take all my vacations.
I can't talk about her because she's not here to fend for herself, but Araxia.
Okay.
She didn't take like a day off in 3 years.
Right.
Well, many of us can be guilty of this, but you have to just force yourself to do it. It's good for
It's
everybody.
the culture in the U.S. We don't
Europeans.
value holidays.
It's going to catch people up. What about like when you just know how do you know when you have to take a vacation?
Okay, well, I have a very embarrassing personal story on this one, which is that years ago, I was reading the Truman Capote book In Cold Blood, which is about a convicted killer on death row. Fantastic book.
Relaxing.
And I don't know why I was reading this book, because I also had a million things going on in my life. I was quite stressed. And there's a moment where the convicted killer, Perry Smith, is sketching for days on end a squirrel that's just outside his prison window. And I found myself thinking, wouldn't it be so nice to have just hours on end to sketch like that? And all of a sudden I realized I am envying a man on death row.
In cold blood.
That is how desperate I am for downtime.
Right.
So that was my clue to myself. That I
What
needed
does
to
this
take a
mean,
break.
wrap it up?
Well, most people are not very good at actually finishing all the loose ends that they have at the office, so there are a few hard and fast rules that really will make it work better, both for you and for everybody that you're leaving behind at the office. First of all, hit all your deadlines before you go, and make sure that you don't have any pending immediate deadlines when you come back.
Because then they're in the back of your mind.
Yeah, you will never be able to unwind. Also, you want to designate somebody in the office as your go-to. And a lot of us we want to handle everything, so we say, I'll be available for any questions that you want. Well, no, you won't. You're going to be off kite surfing, and meanwhile people are trying to reach you to find out where the such and such file is.
I know time to unplug is like a big thing.
This is the impossible,
Yes. Well, I think you have to set reasonable rules for yourself. I mean, it's not realistic for most of us to just completely chuck our devices for a week, although I have tried to do it, and it is kind of torture. And besides, we all want the Instagram pictures. So I think a sensible thing to do is to set a specific time of day when you will be online. So say on your out-of-office mail, 6 p.m., I'm going to be checking emails. I'll get back to you then if it's urgent, and if not, talk to you.
I think that's a good thing.
What do you mean by give yourself a break?
Well, I think a lot of us, we have these routines at home that we're very serious about, whether it's a diet
like
or an
workout.
exercise routine. You know, if it gives you pleasure to do that on your vacation, then God bless.
Calories don't count.
But if it, exactly. If it doesn't, just give yourself a break.
Yeah, I've always found a vacation is when I kick off an exercise program.
Is that right?
Because you have the time.
You have the time.
You start it then.
Well, as long as you enjoy it, then do it.
I didn't say I enjoyed it. I just said
Okay, and I love your
don't know.
next tip. Because for me, my big thing, because I get depressed when a trip is ending, I always have another trip planned.
You have to plan your re-entry. So it could be that you actually want to spend those first days back planning your next vacation, but also just plan something fun for like the Wednesday night of that first week back, so that you have something to look forward to as you're in that endless
you don't
Monday.
get the blues.
I'm like that after a good meal. I'm like, okay, what's our next meal?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I know the feeling.
we talk about all the time, and we love our jobs. I mean, we really do love our jobs. And Sunday night, it's school Sunday night.
You get the blues.
It doesn't matter how much you love it. It's like,
You have to have something like
we always say, what time does Sunday night hit?
Yeah,
Right?
a friend of mine calls it the Sunday night stomp,
there
where
you go.
everybody is
Okay.
just storming around their house in a
Cindi
crummy meal.
Leive, the editor-in-chief of
Thank
Glamour.
you so much.
Thank you. Take a
We're gonna
break.
see
Take a
how
break.
we're done doing it.
Yes.
right?
All right, coming up.